So today I'm talking to Tiffini Gatlin and Candace Mitchell about the ugliness of entrepreneurship. Now, I have seen entrepreneurship get ugly, all right? And these two have really helped me with that because the type of ugliness I've seen was not anything that I actually saw like on Instagram, so I didn't know how to handle it. And these two have really helped me with it, so thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
I feel like, like I said, you all have helped me so much in my transition, and I know it's because you all have had your own, experiences, and I really want to talk about that today. I also feel like there's a lot out there about you all's companies, about Lashley Hook, and about Maya Vana. That's really good. That's great, and I want to know about, kind of like the ugly parts of it. So, can you all talk a little bit about like social media entrepreneurship versus like real life entrepreneurship?
Wow.
As it relates to your companies.
Yeah. Well, I think social media is, everybody says it's like the highlight reel, of your business or of your life. And I think that, if you put all of the ugly out on social media all the time, people wouldn't really want to follow as much.
I can see that.
So I think people want to see the glamorous, the glitz, the borderline, mama I made it type of thing.
Right.
But for me personally with my business, I like to give a healthy balance of both. In the beginning, I think I struggled a little bit with, I probably told too much information, and partly that was just because I was coming from a place of hurt. I was hurt. I didn't really know where to turn.
Because you had just started a new company.
I had just started.
Can you tell us a little bit about that for the people who don't know?
Yeah. So, in 2014, I started my first beauty company, Curl Colon Hair Collection, and I started with a partner, developed a product that hadn't been on the market. And so it was really amazing to see how fast my company scaled. Like, it was like mind-blowing, and it was just such a beautiful thing. And then, things just happened. I had a partner and our goals just didn't align. And so, we split up, and it hurt me because it was just like, it's like having birthing a child.
Yes.
I have 4 children, so, it hurt to go through it. And at the time, I can confidently say it now because it's been, 3 years. But at the time, I did not know how to channel my disappointment of it all. And unlike you, I didn't really have people in the business because even though I have been an entrepreneur for 8 years, I left corporate America, in 2010. But I was still finding myself as far as what's going to be that one thing. I think every entrepreneur is like, what is that one thing that's going to set me off?
Give me my beach house.
Exactly. And, and I'm sure lots of entrepreneurs can attest to trying different things. You try this, it doesn't, work, you pivot to something else. And so I, at that time, just felt like, oh my God, Curl Colon was that thing that, mama, I made it, type of thing. Like, oh my God, I can't believe, like every entrepreneur just dreams of that one thing. And I felt like that was my one thing. And then when it didn't work out, I was devastated, and I did not have, anybody, so to speak, that I could really call and be like, well, you know what you told me to do? That didn't work. I'm still hurting. I'm still bleeding. And so I, at that time, was using social media as a way to, channel that energy. And unfortunately, it wasn't good. I was just doing things that were just real reckless. Right. At the time.
Like you said, you didn't know.
I was.
But this will help somebody.
Yeah. Right. I was, for me, I think I was so busy trying to let people know in a way, like let them know without letting them know that it was this person's fault.
Yeah.
Like this is, you know, they did this. This is why we split up. You know, showing, I was on like, you know, Insta stories, like showing me with my attorney with the stacks of, you know, the case and, you know, just
like our defense.
I was just trying to do everything that I could. Like, I just wanted people to know, like, this is not my fault. This is this person's fault or whatever. And I was just so busy just trying to shift the blame that it took me years to understand that I had blame too. You know, I had blame for setting up a business and not going through the proper channels or understanding how to set my business up properly.
Right.
You know, and so there, you know, so there was part blame there as well. Also too, you know, I wasn't in a place of forgiveness. I wasn't trying to forgive. Like, I just wanted what I wanted. Yeah. You know, and I was just so busy just trying to you know, to get that, and I was just so hurt, you guys. I was just so hurt and so broken, and I started latched and hooked broken. Really? You know, yeah, you know, so, and I never felt like I could level up to what I did, what I created the first time.
Isn't that amazing how we could think like we've already done our best, like we've already had our greatest hit, our number one selling album already?
Yes, that's